What if failure wasn't something to fear, but something to welcome? Instead of treating failure as an end, you'll begin to see it as an initiation, an opening to clarify your purpose, challenge your self beliefs, and evolve into a more resilient, grounded version of yourself. Rooted in cognitive behavioral therapy, neuro-linguistic programming, holistic psychology, and trauma informed practices, we have powerful tools to shift our mindset and turn setbacks into fuel for personal growth. Instead of treating failure as an end, you'll begin to see it as an initiation, an opening to clarify your purpose, challenge your self-beliefs, and evolve into a more resilient, grounded version of yourself. Stay tuned for the author's deeply personal story of loss, reinvention, and healing during a global crisis, and witness how adversity can unlock hidden strengths, new directions, and untapped potential for those seeking to step into an improved iteration of yourself. This isn't just about bouncing back, it's about becoming. When we let go of rigid expectations and stop viewing failure as evidence of inadequacy, we free ourselves to explore, experiment, and expand. In that shift, failure becomes not a flaw, but a formative, essential part of becoming who we're meant to be. This audio guide is your invitation to stop playing small, start seeing setbacks as sacred, and reclaim your life as a masterpiece in progress. Because failure isn't final, it's the beginning of something far more powerful. We've been taught to fear failure. In classrooms, careers, and even relationships, failure is often seen as the end, an irreversible judgment of inadequacy. But what if we've misunderstood failure entirely? The myth of success. Modern culture glorifies success stories but often omits the messy, non-linear paths that lead there. The myth tells us that success is straight, predictable, and deserved only by the perfectly prepared. It rarely accounts for serendipity, reinvention, and resilience, qualities that are often forged in failure. The reality? Everyone fails, repeatedly. The difference between those who stay stuck and those who rise lies not in what they encounter, but in how they interpret and respond to those experiences. Fixed versus growth mindset. Dr. Carol Dweck's pioneering work on mindset offers a psychological foundation for reframing failure. In a fixed mindset, individuals believe their talents and intelligence are static. In this view, failure is a personal verdict. I failed, so I must be a failure. In contrast, a growth mindset sees abilities as malleable. Here, failure becomes feedback. I failed, so I must learn something new. This mindset encourages curiosity, flexibility, and emotional strength, essential ingredients for personal transformation. Understanding the emotional impact through cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, helps us map the link between our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. When we fail, automatic thoughts like "I'm not good enough" or "I'll never succeed" can flood our system. These cognitive distortions, overgeneralization, catastrophizing, or black and white thinking, fuel emotional paralysis. By reworking our mental narrative, we rewire our emotional reality and redefine failure. When a structure collapses, it doesn't mean it was meaningless. It means a new structure is required. Often, our old dreams collapse not because they were wrong, but because they were too small for who we are becoming. Adopting regular mantras or affirmations can begin to rewrite the internal narrative and change the neural pathways, such as, "This setback is not my story's end. It's a signal that I'm being redirected to something more aligned." The anatomy of a setback. Failure is not a dead end, it's a redirection. But in the moment, a setback can feel like a storm, disorienting, all-consuming, and deeply personal. Understanding the anatomy of a setback helps us metabolize it with more self-awareness and grace. Failure versus setback. A failure often feels like an identity statement. I failed at one thing, I must be a failure. A setback is situational, a momentary disruption, not a final destination. Reframe, this didn't go as planned, this is feedback from life. Setbacks invite us to pause and reassess our trajectory, reconnect with what we truly value, strengthen resilience, creativity, and adaptability. The author's pandemic setback. In early 2020, I had a plan. A holistic retreat school ready to launch internationally, accredited programs prepared, a dream team of collaborators, and a one-way ticket overseas. I sold everything I owned. Within days of landing abroad, the pandemic shut the world down. I found myself in jungles and hotel rooms, not leading retreats, but dragging luggage between destinations, searching for affordable lodging and surviving off savings. My well-laid plans crumbled. The collaborative venues shut down. My team returned home. I stayed behind, feeling stuck, ashamed, and lost. Eventually, I repurposed the curriculum online and began webinars. Just as things started picking up, cyber attacks destroyed my ad accounts and crippled visibility. I spiraled into job applications, side hustles, and therapy. The most painful part? The narrative I adopted. I must be cursed. I've failed. But slowly, I asked new questions. What if this isn't failure, but transformation? What am I being prepared for? That single mindset shift reignited my purpose. I was never failing, I was being reforged. Author's message: when you detach from fixed outcomes and embrace life's curveballs, you gain access to a deeper, more resilient version of yourself. The moment you stop seeing failure as evidence of inadequacy and instead as proof of effort, exploration, and refinement, you begin to win truly. This book is your invitation to rise, rewrite, and reclaim your life as a masterpiece in progress. Your failure isn't final, it's formative. From stuck to strategic. Once we can accept our current and often undesirable conditions, reframe it, and build emotional agility, we can find ourselves standing at a new threshold, the space of revisioning. This phase is about reclaiming strategy, practical, focused, and aligned with our new self-understanding. True momentum isn't about speed, it's about direction, integrity, and sustainability. We have to start with micro goals and build momentum in manageable pieces. Large goals can overwhelm an already exhausted nervous system. The brain responds better to small, clear wins that build confidence. Strategic optimism versus blind hope. Blind hope is wishing things will get better without a plan. It's passive and emotionally fragile. Strategic optimism is choosing to expect a positive outcome while preparing for it through realistic planning and action. Hope without a plan can lead to more disappointment. Strategic optimism pairs belief in a positive future with action steps. Visualize what outcome you desire. Strategize what you can try differently this time. Seek support. Who can you ask for help or accountability? Try an NLP technique, future pacing. Visualize the next success step clearly. Place yourself in the moment. See, hear, and feel the progress. Anchor this vision with a phrase, such as, "This is happening for me." Design a failure-resilient plan of action. A strong plan isn't rigid, it's dynamic and failure-tolerant. Include room for reflection and pivoting. Ask, is this goal aligned with my values now, not just past ambitions? What's my contingency plan for unexpected blocks? How will I review progress and adapt each month? Wounds carry wisdom. This chapter of our lives explores how to extract insight and deeper meaning from failure, not through bypassing the pain, but by understanding what it has taught you about your values, resilience, and humanity. Transforming pain into purpose. Pain can be a portal. When acknowledged and processed, it can guide us to meaningful change or service. The cracked pot metaphor. A classic tale in which a cracked pot, once ashamed of its flaw, learns its crack had allowed flowers to bloom along the path, showing that what feels broken may hold unexpected value. What feels broken in us may hold value when viewed differently. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, helps us reframe how we interpret pain, and neurolinguistic programming, NLP, helps us associate new meaning and imagery to past experiences. The pain doesn't disappear, but it transforms. The burn survivor who became a speaker. John O'Leary burned over 100% of his body at age 9, reframed his trauma into purpose, and became a motivational speaker. His story highlights how pain, when reframed and integrated, becomes fuel for service, strength, and wisdom. John likely challenged thoughts like, "Why me?" and replaced them with, "What can I do with this?" Techniques from CBT and NLP supported his transformation from victimhood to empowerment. Reflection. Your deepest wound may become your most powerful gift if you let it teach you something. Every hero's journey includes a descent before the transformation. The breakdown precedes the breakthrough. Guided visualization. Imagine meeting a wise version of yourself in a forest clearing and asking, "What is the lesson from my recent failure?" Let the answer come. Somatic integration, the body remembers and releases. Trauma-informed movement helps release residual emotional energy. Shake your limbs gently, then ground yourself with deep breaths. Ritual for closure and rebirth. Create a personal ritual to symbolically mark the end of one path and the beginning of another. Light a candle, say goodbye to the past, and declare your new intention. Mantra for this chapter: every wound I carry holds wisdom, shaping me into a better version of myself. Letting go of the old identity. Before stepping into a new phase of life, we must release the outdated version of ourselves that failure tried to define. Identity reconstruction is an intentional act of empowerment. From grief to growth, psychotherapy tools for processing and transforming loss. Grief is not something to get over, it must be moved through. With the right tools, it can evolve from pain to meaning and resilience. Who were you before the fall? The ego holds onto outdated labels and roles. Letting go requires clarity about what still serves you. Letting go of identity can feel like a loss. Grief is a reflection of deep attachment, not weakness. Validate the experience. Grief is love with nowhere to go. All emotions that surface, sadness, anger, guilt, relief, are valid. Reframe painful thoughts. Tools like CBT helps challenge automatic, limiting beliefs triggered by grief. Thought records help replace distorted thinking with balanced, compassionate thoughts. NLP anchoring techniques can help recall calm states during waves of grief. This supports emotional regulation and resilience. Neuroplasticity allows us to reshape our internal story. We can reframe limiting beliefs to empowering ones, creating a new narratives. Observing thoughts without attachment helps create space between you and your past identity, supporting transformation. Claim new truths about yourself. This is a declaration of your evolving identity and your conscious shift into empowerment. As you shed old identities, it's time to align with your future self. Alignment is not about perfection, it's about congruence between your values, actions, and goals. Visualization is a powerful neural training tool. When you imagine success vividly, your brain treats it as real, wiring you for belief and action. Link physical gestures to powerful emotional states. These anchors can be used to summon courage, focus, or calm when you need it most. When your daily choices align with your core values, motivation becomes sustainable and fulfilling. Engage the body while setting intentions to ground your vision and activate your nervous system for congruent action with an embodied somatic practice. Use a mantra. I align with the version of me who already knows the way. Emma, a graphic designer, was laid off from her job and felt lost. Through future self-visualization and anchoring, she rebuilt her career as a successful freelancer aligned with her core values. Her journey exemplifies how aligning with your future self can reframe failure as a catalyst for meaningful growth. Embracing failure as your greatest ally. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is the pathway to it. Every setback contains a seed of transformation. When we reframe failure not as an end, but as part of a growth process, we unlock resilience and authentic success. Adopt a growth mindset. Your abilities are cultivable. Learn from every challenge. Rewire inner dialogue. Replace I failed with I am learning. Build emotional resilience. Use mindfulness and somatic tools to stay grounded. Align with future self. Let your future self guide, present actions through visualization. Practice patience and compassion. Growth is nonlinear. Be kind to yourself. You become an expert in the challenges you've overcome. Reflect on how you can use your journey to help others or create impact. Explore areas where you want to grow and consider early aspirations that still speak to you today. Remember, your path through failure is a masterpiece in progress. By embracing every chapter, especially the hardest ones, you're crafting a life filled with depth, wisdom, and authenticity. How Failure is a True Win is a transformative guide that reframes the way we perceive failure. Drawing on cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, holistic psychology, and advanced therapeutic practices, this book provides practical tools for turning setbacks into springboards for success. You'll discover how failure, rather than being an endpoint, is a rich opportunity for personal growth, insight, and realignment with your deepest purpose. Holistic School offers internationally accredited holistic psychology and naturopathic medicine programs. Empower your healing journey or elevate your coaching practice with this transformational workbook. Use proven therapy techniques, mindset strategies, and structured weekly journal prompts to help process trauma, rewire limiting beliefs, and support lasting recovery with this workbook. Discover a powerful guide for personal and professional transformation. now available to help you gain clarity, confidence, and emotional freedom. At Liberated Learning, you can earn internationally accredited certifications in over 40 holistic wellness programs, with pathways to licensing, board certification, and continuing education. Explore more or order your copy at holisticschool.online Liberated Library.